Great. Welcome to Truth in Telecoms. We have a Twilio special because the world just keeps getting more and more surreal. Jeff is out of Twilio. No chairman position. He's gone. It's this crazy situation, Johnny.
Well, like we've been saying it for months.
Yeah.
Look, today's the day that I think innovation died.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
the the level of disrespect
Yes.
that he was given, and
Hmm.
and, and let me, because I know we've been talking about this about a while. A lot of people
Oh yeah.
didn't listen to our earlier podcast. They didn't start listening to us really until the last few weeks.
Yeah.
I think before that it was like our wives and friends and Avi Cats and those type of guys. They're lawyers.
The lawyers.
But
Yes, definitely.
now, but I mean, really, I mean, let's look at the historicals here, right? I mean, so I had a conversation with Christopher Kipper,
Yeah.
who is the chairman of Legion Partners,
Yeah.
back in May when they made that first investment. They bought 600,000 shares,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I had a conversation with him, and I actually teed up a call for him with another former Twilio guy.
Yeah.
Wasn't too happy with Jeff. Um, and really in those conversations, he had a pretty decent approach to it, where they wanted to clean the company up. They wanted
Yeah.
to get rid of some of these other assets that Jeff was betting on.
Hmm.
Calling himself a software company for years, which is really not Jeff's fault. That's really the guys that threw him off the board that pulled that off so they can compare them as a SaaS company, because they
Yes.
never really wanted to call themselves a CPaaS company. And
No.
to this day, the market calls them that, but really that's about it.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I had the conversation, and his whole thing was like, Jeff's a legend, whatever. But if you strip out those assets and you look at the profitability on the voice and the core assets, this is really profitable. My argument to him was, I don't really think so, because you're talking about getting rid of thousands of people
Yeah.
to run that core business, and the vision that Jeff has just takes more time.
Yes.
And then, obviously you see Kramer, that post we
Hmm.
put out earlier. Jeff Lawson is innocent.
Lawson is innocent. That was a crazy statement.
Well, I
I
mean,
again,
basically, because he built the company from day one.
yeah,
Booyah, 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 all the way through.
yeah.
Jim Kramer is one of the biggest promoters in the
For
world
Twilio, yeah,
as far as the USA, and he built that company. We didn't hear a peep out of him yesterday.
yeah,
So this was a complete murder
yes,
of Jeff
without a
Lawson.
shadow of doubt.
And so let me explain to you. These guys don't even own 1%, roughly 1% of the company. There's 181
Yeah,
million outstanding shares at Twilio.
yeah,
So, and Vanguard and BlackRock own 15% of the company.
exactly.
Amazon,
Yeah,
who's actually hitting your posts a lot
yeah,
right now.
yeah,
Everybody there's no way this happens without board approval.
exactly.
So he got thrown under the bus by
Yes.
who? Jeff Epstein? Gordy hung himself. I had to say that. Poor
Yeah,
guy.
it's an unfortunate name.
That name, oh boy, is it unfortunate. This guy at Bessemer. So he's the
Yes,
chairman.
I
He's
know
responsible, but he's responsible to his fund first, right? So he has a
exactly.
fiduciary to his fund, right?
Yes,
So then you have Jeff Immelt from GE.
I
This
know.
guy's still around. I mean, the stock price on GE is half of what it was in 1999. He single-handedly destroyed Jack Welch's company, GE. He's on the board.
Yeah,
And then you got these other people. They don't even give him a board seat,
I know.
right?
I mean, but he was a founder, CEO. It's a major success, and it's just off to pasture. The whole point of a chairman role is so that the strategy and the vision doesn't disappear, all that experience amassed.
And here's my viewpoint on this.
Yeah.
From talking to, to Kipper. Now, the gentleman that left Legion Partners, uh, Sagar Gupta,
Hmm.
whatever, went to Anson Funds,
Yes.
who's already paid DOJ fines.
Yes.
They're a short selling shop
Yes.
right above a pizzeria in Toronto, right? These guys
Oh,
posting
yeah,
on
yeah.
social media. These guys are short sellers, right?
Yeah.
This guy is coming out and making a quote.
Yeah.
I mean, so Jeff Lawson is gone, and this guy, I'll read you his quote. I can't even believe it that they're quoting him here. As previously discussed with the Twilio board of directors, we believe founder Jeff Lawson's departure from the company would be a step in the right direction. He believes. This guy believes. Short seller, right?
Yeah,
this guy.
exactly.
in the right. And we are pleased with the leadership change announced today. Sure, they got a guy who's been at GE for 22 years. Yeah, granted, Jeff thinks he's a great guy and can definitely run the company. And from what I'm hearing from the employees, they love the guy, but he ain't Jeff Lawson.
No.
I don't care. You're not going to find a Jeff Lawson anywhere. Says Anson Fund's portfolio manager. So Twilio, the most important innovative company in our country, obviously since the Pulver order, when he made everything free. I mean, so you have what Jeff's got his big day coming up.
I know, yeah.
Which I basically told him, if the immigrants in this country knew that there was a Pulver Day, they'd have to shut down Washington, D.C. because all the calling card industry,
for calling
which basically
home
was rampant with fraud and everything, he gave them free. What did Jeff do? Jeff created an entire industry. Everybody that is today, whether it be competitors, actually there is no competitor. There's nobody out there that can take the business from Twilio. There's nobody that can take 300,000 developers right now and say, we're going to light you up, right?
Exactly.
There's all these different colors, and I'm telling you, obviously. So, for them to do this to him, it had to be extortion. There has to be something that they have on him.
Yes.
Because Jeff was on with the guy from Sam Altman a couple months ago. He was on the stage with him. He was building. He was, buying stock himself.
Yes.
Doing buybacks with the company.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
And for them to just allow to bend over to guys that don't even own 1%, I'm friends with activist guys. They're like, they just tell them to get lost. Go ahead and go file a proxy. Do what you want.
Exactly.
So there's more to come here. Yes. And there's more to come out. I believe it was a Cineverse deal. So I believe, because when I was talking out about with the guy from Lee John, he didn't understand it either. How do you buy a minority stake in a private company, give them $750 million, which really, if you look at the numbers on that, I mean, there's 181 million outstanding shares. They gave Cineverse $4.14 per share.
Yes.
For what?
Exactly.
For a company that couldn't even go public in a SPAC.
Exactly.
So I just want to give you a little precursor.
Yeah.
So originally, Cineverse was going public in a SPAC, a $2.8 billion valuation.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Carlyle, with their $500 billion fund, couldn't take them out public on an IPO? No, because they were rolling their debt into a SPAC. Exactly. So they were rolling their debt into a SPAC with a bunch of Avi Katz type guys, which is SPACs are fundamentally just, broke to begin with. You can't win.
Exactly.
They're rigged games, which is another conversation. And how they enticed investors was to have Twilio commit to $500 or $800 million.
Exactly.
Right?
To bankroll
Twilio committed to that. Why did he commit to that? That's another conversation. We'll get back to the Triopoly and the Messaging Monopolies.
Exactly.
Because it all comes back to the middle.
Yeah.
So why would they do that? Then what happened was the SPAC went bust because all the investors pulled their money out. So guys that came in a rigged situation said, no, wait a minute, Carla, we're not giving you, you're not taking that debt off the top.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. And they pulled out of a SPAC.
Exactly.
Unheard of.
Exactly. Because they're guaranteed returns as being basically the original investors.
Then they go back to Twilio and Jeff gets shaken up by down. Now, when we say Cineverse, who is Cineverse? Cineverse is the GIMP. What value do they bring, right? They operate for the mobile operators.
Correct.
Right?
Yep.
So what special deal could they have given Jeff other than we'll run all your A to P down to P and we'll run it off?
Yeah.
But obviously, the operators killed that because when they started the campaign registry with the A to P, which, by the way, Twilio had an 80% discount on those campaigns, right? So you see how everything rolls back?
Yeah.
So I believe they were able to tie in. First of all, you're a publicly traded company. Twilio never made any money. They never actually made a profit and said, "Here, this is our profit." No, they have $4 billion in the bank from offerings and secondary offerings to the market.
Exactly.
It's not even their money, shareholders' money, right? Mm-hmm. So I believe there's something with that transaction that didn't smell right, or it could be obviously the Zipper transaction was a disaster, but it was actually kind of a gangster move on Jeff's part, that one, because he got a foothold in and he beat his chest a little bit with the operators, right?
Oh, yeah, and paid duty to Goldman Sachs saying, look, I'm doing what you Wall Street guys like.
But Twilio's been fighting the whole time. They've been fighting the whole time.
Exactly.
They've been getting blamed for spam, which is the funniest thing in the world. They're blamed for spam. Meanwhile, it's AT&T and T-Mobile's, Verizon's responsibility to protect their networks.
Correct.
Right? Oh, we can't do it. You can do it. So I believe there's more to come on this story.
Yeah.
But based on my conversation, and the guy from Lead John couldn't have been a nicer guy. Yep. He was involved in the Vonage deal.
Yes,
he's the one that basically told me 5.5 years. So they're long-term activists. But these guys at Anson, so the guy from Lead John who helped Lead John moved to Anson and said, guys, we're going in for a kill. These guys are bitches. We got him by the you-know-what. And he was right. God. So some guy Gupta, we'll call him Sanjay Gupta, because I don't even want to say his real name, just came in and turned the whole industry upside down.
Yes.
What happens if Twilio goes down? Like, what, 1.6 trillion transactions? Who's picking them up?
Exactly.
Who, bandwidth? Who's going to pick up all these transactions? Who is even there?
Yeah.
Who even thinks they're a competitor, says they're a competitor?
Exactly. The history.
So this is an important moment.
Yes.
Right now for the industry. I feel bad for the Twilio employees that, obviously he built the culture. Obviously he left like a man, stand up. But there's more to this.
Exactly.
And there needs to be an investigation here.
Yes.
And somebody, the Twilio employees should be screaming. Probably Jeff's not going to scream. I mean, look, these guys got millions of dollars in shares in there.
Oh, yeah.
But how does Anson Funds take control of Twilio?
With 100 million, out of the billions that are there.
I told you this morning, Alan, call your boys at Uniphonic.
Yeah.
They've been with you for years.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, no.
They could buy the whole company on a Tuesday morning. Right?
But it's crazy. It's a crazy situation that something so fundamental to the programmable communications industry that defines it, that actually basically, props to Jeff.
Look, Jeff made a couple of mistakes. He made a couple of mistakes. Look, one of his guys used to work with said, he tried to get an advantage. He didn't really try to get an advantage. He tried to survive. Yes. He's been getting beaten up. He had to file lawsuits years ago.
Yes.
I mean, so it's really, really, to me, it's a sad day because we've been calling out for Twilio to come help us.
Yes.
And help the industry.
Exactly.
Who's left? Who's going to fight? Who's even in America? So you got all these companies that aren't even American companies that are going, we don't know. We bought American assets. We don't want to get caught there.
Yeah.
So this is a really big day for the industry.
Yeah.
And, getting shaken down by Oompa Loompas. I mean, really? I mean, you got to be kidding me. So the board, disgraceful.
Yes, absolutely. 100%.
So, I mean, look, the market liked it. Why? Who knows? I don't understand.
But it wasn't
they liked it. Good news. We got rid of Jeff. Because he had to take the fall for losing, 60 billion, 70 billion in market cap, which we've been saying for a long time. How do you stay in place?
Exactly.
But to throw him out the way they did, this was the goodbye. Today, crickets.
Yeah.
Yesterday, 1,300 people. Thank you, Jeff. We can't wait to see what you're going to do next. I don't know if I was Jeff Lawson. Jeff, reach out to us. I mean, or even the guys at Twilio now. Have you even read our pieces? Do you even know what you're up against, Mr. New CEO and Mr. Epstein? Do you even really know what you're up against? T-Mobile, within a matter of weeks, can shut you down. Where could they go? Maybe they can go to Cineverse's new platform, except they couldn't handle it.
Nope.
They can't handle it. So, look, this is disgraceful. Yeah. What happened to Jeff today. And the industry, I'm sure there's a lot of people, competitors are happy. What they don't realize is when these are short sellers.
Yes.
Short sellers take over. What do short sellers do? They don't go long.
Nope.
Right? Nope. Legion Partners literally told me this stock can go to 150. We analyzed the numbers. Then comes in these short sellers. You didn't get a comment from Legion because I think Legion's like, shit, this guy left me. He went over there. Yeah. And who knows what they're going to do because they're up in Toronto on social media bragging about where they're going to dinner.
Exactly.
This is amazing.
On
And how do
Instagram,
you
it's
let this happen?
crazy. Yeah.
How do you let this happen, Twilio board? Because you had to agree with it.
Yeah.
There's no way a 1% shareholder
Exactly
can sit there and tell you what to do. You can throw them right out of the office.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, look, if you had 5% of the company and nobody had more than 5, okay, you're running roughshod.
Yeah.
But now, where are these people? So they all agreed.
Yeah. They obviously had like a big sledgehammer.
Kramer?
Yeah. Well, I was on the thing I saw you post recently where he was talking. He seemed on his back foot. At least he did say, Lawson is innocent. Innocent of what? I think it's a good question. But they had to have a hammer of a shareholder lawsuit, some significant threat to scare the board into doing what I think is disgraceful. Jeff should be chairman.
Even the board cooperated with them. Look, they said yesterday, this still may not make the activists happy. Are you kidding? These are you've got to be kidding me. They're not even like real activists. They can't buy the company. If they put all their money together and added 10 more funds, they couldn't buy Twilio.
Exactly.
So Alan, and there's nobody has any cash in the industry. No. I mean, Ericsson, can you imagine if Ericsson, they paid $7.8 billion for Vonage? They could have bought Twilio.
I know.
Mr. Ericsson.
Yeah.
Too stupid for words. I'm not sure. We talk about, I don't know, it's bad timing, and then you write off billions.
Yeah.
So, I mean, who's even got money? What happened? What happened to Microsoft? Where are there? There's a Microsoft guy on the board. Maybe he just took the Microsoft label and said, I'm from Microsoft. Put me on the board. Pay me. I'm smart. Look at that board.
Yeah.
Look at that board. You'll get cross-eyed. Governor of Massachusetts. What is he going to do?
Yeah.
So, I mean, they threw Jeff under the bus.
Yes.
And there's something more to this.
Yes.
I have a feeling it's why so Cineverse in the background. How do you make that investment?
Exactly.
Even scam artist SPAC investors wouldn't invest in Cineverse.
Exactly.
But Twilio, we're going to give you $750 million. Are you kidding? So I think that might be it because nobody ever talks about it other than Jeff going on TV that one time saying, oh, yeah, we like to help our partners. Jeff, you gave him $750 million? Really? So, look, he made some mistakes.
Yeah.
Because of what? Regulatory nonsense.
Yes.
Because of the Triopoly, the clowns, and Willy Wonka, and who's doing what. You hit with the TCPA, then Twilio, and then T-Mobile comes out with that.
Yeah.
Now this.
Yeah.
Who's going to fight?
Well, they were a big enough entity to act as a moderating influence against the Triopoly and the Messaging Monopolies. With them now wholly weakened and divided, everybody's anticipating a slice and dice.
But this is Jeff Lawson. He had Obama at his parties. He had Selena Gomez. I mean, you're talking about a guy who really, innovation, he spawned it.
Yep.
He spawned a whole new level of communication. With Twilio services that they provided from the pandemic on, how many people have they helped?
Exactly.
Let's forget about the metrics.
Yeah.
Think about
the impact on society. Yeah.
The impact on society. So I'm really angry. I don't know Jeff. Never met Jeff. Love to talk to him. But we have to call to action. There's got to be an investigation here.
Exactly.
Otherwise, we got to start screaming on the chat rooms, chat boards, and going to the shareholders. 181 million outstanding shares. Yeah. And these guys come in with not even 1% and run roughshod?
Yeah.
Disgraceful.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
in terms of the board just caving in. Yeah.
I mean, what does it mean? You're the developer community, you're talking to all of them. What are they telling you?
Well, it's finance. So it's a step away. But for those that I know, it's a state of shock. I mean, first of all, there's, the initial shock of what, Jeff's gone. And then there's the realization, how, why, and the fact is, I was reading Jeff put a post up on LinkedIn, and it was almost like a sort of obituary comments in terms of, oh, you changed the world, you're so great. I was like, no, guys, you're missing the point. He shouldn't be gone. He should at the bare minimum be there as the chairman.
Like Jim Cramer said in that interview months ago. You should put that up there. Maybe the dog won't hunt. What do they do when the dog doesn't hunt? They shoot him.
Damn, yeah.
So Jim Cramer, who made millions and millions of dollars off of Twilio, and his fans and customers made millions. People retired off of Twilio.
Yes.
And you leave them and you dog them like this?
Yeah.
Why? Okay, so maybe we'll see what happens and what they're going to try to split off. But just the story yesterday, and it still may not suffice the activists. Are you guys kidding? The whole board of Twilio needs to be fired. All shareholders out there need to be screaming.
Yes.
Customers need to be screaming. Exactly. People need to be screaming.
Yes.
And so really, I mean, I could get more into some of my conversations with the guy from Legion, but he had nothing but respect for Jeff.
Yep.
He had nothing but respect. Yeah. He just wanted to sell off some of those assets, but he doesn't care about innovation. Sanjay Gupta cares about innovation. No, he cares about posting on what restaurant he's going to go to in Toronto.
Exactly.
You got to get this stuff out there. This is like a movie.
It is. I mean, it's like the
Jeff Gordon got taken over by investors on top of a pizzeria.
Yes.
Twilio got taken over by clowns.
It was only 100
and they're giving
million.
Comments.
Yes.
Can you imagine this guy? Wow. It's stunning. And where's the industry? Where's everybody? The whole industry. You need to get behind Twilio. Yeah. The rest of you are toast because this thing's going to tank.
Yes.
It's going to take. It's going to tank. I don't care.
It's going to drag down.
I don't care what the Legion guy wants. Because who's going to? You have a GE guy in there. You have two GE guys.
Yes. Exactly.
That didn't work out too good for them. Right?
Well,
we can't. Let's not even get into the gap accounting and the different things that because me and Bill Peters were going to do that report.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't really want to expose it, but you know what? We might as well.
Yeah, exactly.
We might as well do that next week and show how gap accounting works. You know, and hiding your cogs.
Well, exactly. But they state that, it's like this doesn't conform to gap, generally accepted accounting principles. I was like, wait a minute, are you allowed to do that as a listed company? But you just state that.
I mean, we just launched this triopoly piece. We have the messaging monopoly piece. You have Tata owning our elections, own our political election messaging. Yep. Nobody even remembers because in last week when India got caught by Apple, targeting Indian politicians, they own our political messaging system, right?
Exactly. Yep. Oh yeah.
Right now.
Oh yeah.
You got all these things going on, and they do this to us.
Yeah.
They get rid of Twilio. We don't even have anybody to scream to.
Yes. Exactly.
Because the new CEO is not going to call anybody.
No.
What is he going to do? He's going to take orders from the board. Who's the board? Clowns.
Yeah.
It's a clown show. You need 9 clown pictures for this one. Get 9, not 3, 9. The big one is Jeff Imhoff. I mean, how this guy's even allowed to sit on a board after destroying GE. GE he destroyed.
Yeah.
He's on the board. And this guy from Bessemer, Jeff Epstein. Come on. So, look, there's more to come on this. Yep. I think we'll leave it at this. Let's see what kind of feedback we get.
Exactly. But we have to act. This is, all the companies that are in this space need to act in coordination.
They didn't even give him a watch. Get out. Everybody comes back. They throw him out. He writes a little letter. Bye. See ya. What do you mean?
Yeah. It was disgraceful.
And look, the new CEO, obviously, he's been trained by Jeff. He worked with him for years. And I'm sure he could right the ship.
Yeah.
But where's innovation going to grow? And for all you companies out there that think this is great, they're our competitor. They're not your competitor. They enabled you to raise money. Correct. They enabled you to go public.
Exactly.
They enabled you to for everything.
That's it.
And the industry's growing. So Twilio needs to be there.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
And now, a few fines away, T-Mobile takes them out. Yes. TCBA lawyers, they're still coming.
Oh, yeah.
Twilio's under attack. And you've got 9 clowns.
Yeah.
And no Jeff.
Yep. Yep.
So,
and but anyway, it's a shocking situation. Every week we keep hitting a surreal situation. After the 2K fines from T-Mobile before the holidays, I thought it can't get any crazier. And
we can't even get. I mean, then Elon takes T-Mobile up to space. I mean, really, wait till he finds out. He's going to find out. You'll see.
Yeah.
We can't even move on. So. Yeah, look, a lot more is going to happen. I think it's important that we let everybody know how we feel.
Yeah, exactly.
Based on insider conversations that I had.
Yep.
Right by Wall Street. I know everything. I spoke to the guys. You want to doubt me on that? Do me a favor. I got all the communications.
Exactly.
Mr. Kipper and Lee John, and I got nothing against you guys. You didn't come out and say, well, I'm going to throw Jeff on his ass. No, guys on top of a pizzeria that already had a fine from the DOJ. DOJ has already fined these guys $3.3 million. Make sure you put that up there.
Yeah.
This is who took over. This is who the board got squeezed by. So there has to be some dirt. There has to be something that they're holding them hostage, because the quote is from Gupta.
Yeah.
So, Alan, there's more to come here. A lot more to come here.
Oh, yeah.
And I hope the Twilio employees or whatever start paying attention to this.
Yep, absolutely. Thanks so much, Johnny. It is just a shocking situation.
Not right.